What's up? What's up? What's happening, people? Wrong button. Sorry. Sorry. One day I'm going to I keep saying this. I know that. I know that. I know people who've been following me for a minute is going to sit there and go, well, Rev, you've been saying that for a while. But one day I'm going to get a Sharpie, and I'm coming down here, and I'm going to spend as much time as it takes to mark these darn going buttons. I am going to do that. That's going to be one of my, matter of fact, it may be a New Year's resolution. I may have to have a New Year. I know people sitting there going, you going to wait until January? Yeah. I'm going to wait until January. I'm going to wait till January to do it. Yeah, that just goes to show you sometimes how lazy I can be. But what's going on, people? What's happening? It's a Friday. I brought down some cold water, and I don't remember which one. This one. It's a Friday, and boy, look. So, I think I got some trick-or-treaters mad at me. Right? We've been in this place for 14 years, right? And because we live in the bottom half of a cul-de-sac, or the top half of a cul-de-sac, kids don't come down this way because our street is kind of dark. So it's rare that these kids come down here. So I always go, okay, I know which kids are going to come, all right? I know my 3 neighbor kids. No, it'd be 4 on this side. I know the kids all the way down at the end of the block. So that would be 7. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on this side. 12 kids. That's usually it. That is it. And maybe sometimes Reagan them pass our house, so you're looking at 9 kids in the 14 years I've been here. If that. So I go, well, I'm only going to get this much candy because I know what happened. All right, you get a bowl of candy, 9 kids show up, you got a bowl of candy left for a whole month. Unfortunately, I cannot do the candy like I used to. So I have to get rid of it. Because if I don't get rid of it, I'm going to try my best to do the candy like I used to. Even though I know I can't have the candy. Come on. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't act like I'm the only one. Y'all sit there and act like I'm the only one. Oh, you're the only sinner, Rev. No, I'm not. So all of a sudden tonight, all these kids show up. And I look down at the end of my driveway and I'm like, where did all these kids come from? Because I don't have enough candy for as many kids that are coming up my driveway. I don't. I got to figure this thing out. So I gave out as much candy as I could, and then I went and got my change drawer. And when I started giving out coins, you just saw the kids' faces. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I seriously screwed up now. I'm not going to get any kids anymore. They're going to be like, no, don't go to that house. That's the house that give out coins. Only reason I did it because I ran out of candy. I never thought in my life I would have as many kids as I had today. Or I would have went to the dollar store and I would have had more candy here. But we don't get, like I said, in the 14 years we've been here, I've never had that many kids come to the door. And then, hold on. When I ran out of coins, I had to turn the lights out. And you can see the kids, and I'm sitting there in my recliner, and I can see out my window. You can see the kids just walking by looking at the house going like, you ain't got your lights on, dude? We ain't coming down this street no more. Dude don't even got his lights on. So I screwed up Halloween on my street. I should have, but again, every single year I get all of this candy and I end up with all of this candy left. And guess who's eating that candy? My wife. And then she goes, you shouldn't have got that much candy. And I'm like, well, stop eating it. Stop eating it. I get the blame for the leftover candy. So I wanted to make sure this year we didn't have any leftover candy. So I didn't buy that much. And all of a sudden, all of these little minions show up out of nowhere. Y'all, they don't even live on my street. They don't even live on the street behind me. I'm like, where did all these kids come from? What's going on? Somebody should have told me. Somebody should have said, Rev, you're going to have a lot of kids. And I would have had a lot of candy. But I can't have a lot of candy because then I have a lot of candy left over and I can't eat the candy. But now, because I didn't have a lot of candy to give out to all the kids, and then I had to turn my lights out, next year they ain't not showing up. Watch. Next year, I'm gonna buy enough candy, hoping that all these kids should come back. They ain't coming back. And then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna have a lot of candy left over. I can't win for losing. Literally. But I messed up Halloween this year. I know, seriously, I feel bad. I messed up Halloween because I'm watching these little kids walk by in their little nice little outfits and stuff, and they're looking at my house, and my lights are out. And everybody else's, my neighbor's light is on. My other neighbor over here, his lights are on. But my light is off. I didn't have any fruit, or I would have gave out fruit, and that would have been probably worse. Yeah, I'm having a Halloween meltdown right now. Because I probably screwed up Halloween. I probably screwed up Halloween for our street for a long time. It's going to take a while for those kids to come back. That's my Halloween rant. But anyway, friend, how we doing? How we doing, people? How's it going? I hope everybody didn't had an awesome day. Like I said, it is a Friday. I'm sure there's people still knocking on people's doors, getting candy other than mine. My lights are out. More than likely, I'm going to get toilet papered, or they're going to toilet paper my house or something like that. I don't know what's going to happen right now. I'm bummed right now. I'm in a bum mood right now. So I'm just going to give you what I can give you. People are going to sign on and go, what's going on with Rev? Just know that I'm in a bum Halloween mood right now because I didn't have enough candy to give out. It is what it is. But what's going on? What's happening? Hey, so I don't know how many of you guys followed my get up today, but I had the honor of having one DA. If y'all don't know who DA Bolick is, look him up. DA Bolick is a Democrat. He's pretty big on, he's got some numbers. He's got a lot of people who follow him. DA Bolick he's somewhat of one of them hardcore Democrats. If you don't believe in what DA Bolick says, then, well, you're in trouble. You have no right to exist if you don't believe in what he says. And I knew it was going to be a matter of time. And I did. I honestly did on this one. I knew that something I was going to say. I knew it. There was no doubt in my mind. I was just sitting back going, that one didn't hit him. That one didn't hit him. That one didn't hit him. But I knew that I was going to say something to get D.A. Bolick on my page. I'm honored because I know how DA works. See, again, if you don't believe in what DA believes, if you don't believe how DA believes as a black Democrat, and you know how those are, staunch black Democrats, then, oof. Oh. So he decided to finally show up. And he showed up because I had posted a picture of Mayor Fry with some black people. DA don't like Mayor Fry. DA don't like Mayor Fry at all. DA don't want Mayor Fry to be be mayor anymore of Minneapolis. DA is quite critical of Mayor Fry. So when you show Mayor Fry some love, especially if you're black, DA has to talk to you about that. Everybody is usually like, ooh, DA Bullock. But not me. I'm like, come on. Because I knew more than likely he was going to go into calling names. That's what gets me about a lot of these black Democrats who believe in their mind that if you don't believe the way they believe, then you're no good as a human. Not just as a person, but just just a human. You're no good. You have no reason to exist ever in any way, shape, or form. That's D.A. Bullock. So DA decided to come on my page on the day. One of the things they always crack me up, especially when they're talking about me, is they always throw that word Republican. See, what a lot of people don't realize in the black community, a Republican, you call another black person, it's almost like calling them a nigger. No, I'm being serious. It's almost instead of saying nigger, call a black person a Republican. They want to hit you. That's how bad the Republican Party is in the black community. It just is. That's why DA decided to come on and give me the Republican treatment. Oh, you're a Republican. You're this and you're that and cooning and all of this here normal Democrat black talk when they don't like something that another black person says. But just like I told DA, he has a right to his opinion. I have never been on DA Bullock's page and told DA Bullock that he did not have a right to the way he thinks or his opinion. I've never done that. But, they'll come on my page and tell me I don't have rights. I don't have a right to think the way that I do. I don't have a right to feel the way that I do. My emotions don't have the right to have the emotions that I do. Because I'm wrong to feel, to think, to act, to see, to talk the way that I do. Because I'm not using their talking points as a black man. Not only as a black man, but as a reverend. Oh, that's worse. Not only as a black man, not only as a reverend, but also as one who carries a firearm. Oh my God. Strike 3. All the strikes. I mean, I line up with all the strikes. D.A. Bullock don't like that. He has a black man as a reverend who should not be carrying a firearm. I'm supposed to talk bad about the Republican Party. I do. They just don't show up when I'm talking bad about the Republican Party. Because they like that. They don't have a comment. But don't let me say something about the Democrats. Don't let me prove a point about the Democrats. And then they all show up. I got one. What's her name? Hold on one second here. I like playing with this one. This one keeps me going. Literally. I mean, she's a school teacher, which, you know, with the way the kids in the Minneapolis school system is right now, she should be ashamed of herself, but she's not. But she should be. She should be instead of on here bugging me and calling me names, calling me coons, she should be figuring out a way to get our kids educated better. But that's not what she do. She wastes her time on the internet chasing after me and calling me names and saying bad things about me. That's her whole day. That's her whole time. I fascinate this woman. And here's the funny part about this situation. Hold on, I'm going to see if I get her. Here's the funny part about this situation. We follow each other. And I read what she says. Oh, here we go. Right here. This is her. That's her. I read all of her stuff. See, we follow each other. But I don't feel a need to go on her site and call her names. Coon and Republican and all. I don't feel a need to do that. I read what she put down, and then I go on there, I get my laugh, and I go on about my business. But if you read the tweet, the thread between her and I, you'll get a really, really good laugh. Because she's upset because I won't break down to be the Democrat that they want me to be. I won't be the Democrat they want me to be. I won't say the things that they want me to say in being that Democrat. I'm an issue voter, and people don't understand that. I voted for Republican. I voted for Republicans right here. Matter of fact, the last governor race, I backed a Republican. Don't make me a Republican, but I believed in what he was bringing to the table. I did everything I could do to help him get elected. Latricia Vita. I did everything. She's a Democrat. I did everything to help her get elected because I believed in the issues she was bringing to the table. I don't vote by party. You will never hear me pushing water for a party. But for a person within those parties, I have no problem with that. I have zero problem with that. Zach, what's his face? He's a Democrat. I helped him. I did everything. I spoke out for him in the whole nine. He's a Democrat. Elliot Ingen. He is a Republican. Elliot has issues that align with my issues. I will speak out on any given Sunday for Elliot, and he's a Republican. I will not ever again roll with a party. I just will not do it. And if people don't like that, kiss my ass. Go on about your business and do something with yourself other than bother me. Because I don't bother nobody. There's nobody on Twitter can say that I actually go to your page to wreak havoc. Nobody. I may go to your page and laugh at something you put down. But I don't go in there telling you how to think, telling you how to be, telling you how to feel. I don't do that. I ain't got time for that. I'm too busy doing other stuff than to do that. But that's what black Democrats love to do. And one of the things they love to do is they love to try to make you stop telling the truth. Republicans do the same thing. If I put something out here about the Republican Party, I will get at least 10 people telling me that something is wrong. But they never, see, here's the funny part about these people. They never touch the issue that I put out. It's never about, it's always calling names. It's always trying to put people down, trying to make, see, and the thing that these people don't understand, I've been called every name in the name. No, seriously, name something. And I'll tell you if that's come across my desk that they use that to call me a name. Because I can probably guarantee you, yes, they have called me that name. So it doesn't bother me. People call me names. Call me a Republican. Call me a coon. Call me an Uncle Tom. Call me a sellout. Call me a race baiter. I don't care. Really. It don't hurt. Don't mean anything. Ain't going to change my mind in the way that I feel or the way that I think. And I'm still going to say exactly what I want to say, which is going to piss you off a little more. So that's why I tell people, just read it and go on about your business. Go have a happy day. Don't read what I put down and it completely messes your day up. And now you're running around all day after you done got into it with me with a messed up day. Why you want to mess your day up? That's why I don't mess with people, because I don't want to mess my day up. That's why I leave people alone, because I want to have a good day. Why would I want to get on Twitter and fight with you, and then for the rest of the day, I'm walking around with my lips all up, I'm all mad and huffy puffy, and everything else just goes downhill? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because you're not going to win. You're not. You're not. I've gotten really, really good. No. I'm a brag about this. I've gotten really good at this. Because most of the time, what people do is they see the REV and they go, oh, well, he's a reverend. There's no way in the world he's going to be. If you come on my page and you want to go to hell, what's under hell? What's under hell? I don't know what's under there, but I'll go there. I will go there. Oh, well, you're not a godly man. Well, you're not a godly person. Well, you're supposed to be held up to a higher esteem. No, I'm supposed to be held up to the same esteem as God held you up as. I don't play that noise. You're not going to guilt me with the religion thing. You want to play religion? Come over on Sunday and listen to me preach. I'll play religion to you. Well, but I ain't getting on here and playing that noise. You spit on me, it ain't turning the other cheek. I'm going to get the biggest loogie you ever seen. And I'm going to put it right between your eyes. So if you think you got an easy one catch here, you out your mind. You're out your mind. You're out your mind. You punch me, I'm punching your ass right back. You throw a rock at me, I'm throwing a rock right back at you. You slap me, I'm slapping you right back. So I'm just putting that warning out there. This ain't going to be an easy go. It ain't going to be an easy go. I can love my neighbor, but I'm going to love the neighbor that loves me. If you show up on my page showing me no love, I ain't showing you no love. The neighbor that shows up to say, I want to love you, Rev, I can love you more than you can. I guarantee you I can love you more than you can love me. But don't show up here acting out, because I'm going to act right with you. You want to put on the clown face? I'll put on the clown face. I have no problem with that. Zero problem. So D.A. Bullock shows up this morning and started running off at the mouth. And then I knew when he was triggered because, again, he started calling names. I always know when I got him. I always know when I got him. When they say we can't, when they go from trying to have a normal conversation, which they can't, because they always get in their feelings, and then start calling names, I was like, got him. When he started talking about Coonan and Republican, I was like, got him. I was waiting for him to show up because that's what I wanted to get him, and I got him. I got him. And then he just disappeared like I knew he was because he realized, well, today wasn't my day. Maybe another day DA can show up and we can do it again, and we'll see if he can last long enough before he gets triggered and start calling names. But today wasn't his day. So DA disappeared. And then that's when my other one showed up. Where's the wifey? Oh, she's on her way home. That's when the other one that I just showed you, when she showed up. That one, I love to waste time with her. Like if I got time to waste, that's who I usually do it with. All right. When she shows up, I sit there and go, let me see how much time I got. All right, I got 15, 20 minutes. And then I go back and forth with that one because she's a good laugh, a really good laugh. So I just laugh at them. But mainly, most of these people, right? Let me show you something. So this is how it works in the black community. You can put together a false nonprofit, right? It's what they do. Because you sit there and, people sit there and they go, well, wow. Oh, Brad Kohler. Y'all know who Brad Kohler is, right? I'll give you the update on Brad Kohler in a second. But, so these people put together these false-ass nonprofits. They don't mean anything. It's not going anywhere and not helping nobody. But they get all of this money, and they live on that money. Literally. They live on that money. They get all of this money from the government, and these nonprofits basically live on this money. Right? And then you get somebody like me who don't get a dime. Not one dime. I've never got one dime from the government. Not one dime from the government or anybody in government. But yet I'm running around and I'm doing all of this stuff for free. And it's making these people who are getting all this money from the government and these nonprofits look bad. Oh, Rev, you can't do that. You got to get paid. People don't do free stuff in the black. Listen to me. People don't do free stuff in the black community. It just don't work that way. Somebody may have told y'all something, but I'm here to tell you straight up. That's not how this stuff works. If you ain't getting paid in the black community, you ain't doing nothing for nobody. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. And the thing about it is, and here's the funny part about how things work, is you have those who know how to rig the system to get money, right? You have those. And then you have the group that want to be like this group but can't be like this group. And this group gets mad at this group because this group don't want to give up the stranglehold. This group don't want to give up the stranglehold on the money. And this group hates this group because they want to figure out how do we get in the money too. Not that they want to help the community. They don't. They need to know how to get into the money that this group has already gotten in. And then they fight each other. True story, man. I'm not making this stuff up, people. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you the behind-the-scenes stuff. What they hate for somebody like me to talk about. That's why they try to shut me up. Because when I start telling the truth, everybody, whether it's Republican or Democrat, always come on here and try to shut me up. Always. Today, it was the Democrats' chance to come over and quiet Rev and stop telling the truth. But all that money that is being dumped into North Minneapolis, what has it done? You know why it hasn't done anything? Because it never hits the ground. The money never hits the ground. Once the money goes into these fake nonprofits, these people live off that money. And then comes along somebody like me, who's doing exactly pretty much what they're doing, except for free. That ain't asking the government for one dime. And they look at oh, Rep, you're messing it up. You're messing it up for everybody. You can't be doing this for free, man. The government looks at that, or people look at that and be like, well, why can't all of y'all do what Rev's doing? Why can't you help the community without taking money that this community need? Why? Why can't you do that? They never have an answer. Only thing they do is come on here or Facebook or wherever I'm at and call me names because they know that people are going to figure out their game. The truth. That's the truth. That's what I just said to you is the reason why they don't like me talking. Because I'm going to give you the unfiltered truth. No ifs, ands, or buts. Everything that I say, you can go and you can figure it out and you can see it yourself. People ask a question. Why is North Minneapolis the way that it is? Millions of dollars go into North Minneapolis. Why are those dollars that go into North Minneapolis to help these kids, to help the crime, why is that not working? Well, when the money is not being used in the right way, how do you expect for any change to happen? Look it up yourself. Don't believe, like I keep telling y'all, I will never tell you something that you can't go figure it out yourself. Ever. Ever. Everything that I say to you, you can go figure this stuff out yourself. You can go look into it yourself. Everything. Everything. There ain't never been anything. Well, there was one time, 2 times, that I had to come on here and say, hey, I'm sorry for saying what I said. And if I'm wrong, I will do that. I have no problem. That's why I try my best that if I give you information, I look into that information. I make sure that if you ask, I can give you the background on anything that I say. I could do like Liz Collins and Rick Kupchella and just give you half of a story or give you the enough to make you drool. I can do that all day on here, man. I can. I would have and that's easy. That's easy. That's easy to run my mouth off like that. I can make a little documentary film like Rick Kupchella did and gloss over everything. Because I know that's what you want. Rick Kupchella knew that's all he had to do. And he was going to make y'all all wet and creamy. And he knew you wasn't going to ask any questions or ask for any resource. They know that. And that's how they get away with the crap that they get away with. But then somebody like me come along and I start asking Rick Kupchella and Liz Collins the hard questions. When I start going deeper than they want to go with you, I get blocked. Both of them blocked me because I asked questions. Because I know more than both of them do. I know more than both of them do because I'm out on those very streets that they're talking about. That's why I know more than both of them do. So they can't pull the wool over my eyes like they can pull the wool over your eyes. And it's easier to sell you a story than it would be to sell me the story, because they know I'm looking at it going, that didn't happen. Okay, if that happens, then Rick, why didn't you have a follow-up question? Why didn't you ask him this? Why didn't you ask him that? So Rick's like, I can't have this dude burst in my bubble. I can't have this dude giving these people more information than I even know or that I want to even give them. I want to keep them hanging on by a string. I don't want to give them much. And I know that the people that I give this information to are not going to go and research anything. Correct? Because none of you did. You didn't research the fall of Minneapolis. You took Liz by her word. You didn't, the little film that Rick Capcella put out, you didn't do no research on that at all. You took them by them words. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm the only one that questioned both of them. And both of them blocked me. It's a true story. Go look it up. Go look it up. They don't want you with true information. They don't want you with the truth. No, I'm telling you the truth. They don't want you with the truth. Alpha News can sit there and go, well, we're Alpha News all we want. I did. I was on Alpha News. Alpha News have interviewed me. But I'm not like Kendall Qualls. I'm not a Kendall Qualls. I'm not an A.K. Kamara. I'm not a Walter Hudson. I know a lot more than all three of them. And Alpha News don't want the truth out there. So they go to Kendall Qualls, who don't know crap. They go to a A.K. Kamara, which don't know crap. And they go to a Walter Hudson, which don't know crap. But yet they put crap out there for you all. And y'all believe it. Y'all believe all of that stuff. Because you don't know. Because you don't know. Because you don't know. But when a real one comes along, and when a real one start giving you the truth, and when the real ones start giving you a true story, they be like, oh, we can't touch this dude. He messes up our narrative. So if y'all think the media is actually giving you the truth, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. It's funny to me. I just sit, like I said, again, I just sit back and I laugh because it's funny to me. I go on people pages and they're posting this and posting that, and I be like, did you ask another question? Did you go any further than that, or you just want the surface? Anyway, so again, like I said, I get it from both sides. And this morning, it was the Democrats' opportunity to come and hate on me because I'm backing Mayor Fry. I've said that for a long time. I have not wavered from that. I will not waver from that. I believe that if we turn the keys over to these socialist pimps, that not only is the city going to get robbed, I believe that it's going to be trash like you wouldn't believe. I believe that's going to be leaking out into the suburbs. I can't see them containing the problems. I don't believe that criminals should be running the streets completely free. I believe the criminals there should be a time where the criminals themselves do time in police. Socialist believes that we should unlock all the doors of the prisons. I have been in prisons. There are guys that should never come out. Ever. Listen to me. Ever. But as far as those socialists, hey Josh, how you doing tonight? As far as those socialists are concerned, they look at people and going, well, these people don't need to be in jail. We shouldn't have prisons. We shouldn't have lockups. Everybody should be free. No, everybody should not be free. I think everybody should be able to take a tour of a prison. That's what I think. I think everybody should take a tour of a prison and meet some of the men that are in these prisons. And I guarantee you will walk out of there going, there's a man I just met in there. Should never, ever see the light of day. Ever see the light of day. But if you hear from these socialists, these men should get out. Yeah, they should be let out of prison. Not only that, but even men who should be going to prison. If you listen to these socialists, they shouldn't be going to prison. These socialists believe that these people have a right to be amongst law-abiding citizens. Then they're going to turn around and go, I have no right to defend myself. A man leaving work. This happened just the other day. This happened just the other day, correct? I put in my 40 hours of work. I've done everything that everybody has told me to do. I've been a law-abiding citizen. I ain't bother nobody. I pay my car note. I pay my taxes. I feed my kids. I donate to my church. I do everything you've asked me to do. And I'm leaving work ready to go see my wife and kids. And some lazy, low-down, dirty, criminal, thug, punk, degenerate walks up to my car and sticks a gun in my face. And this piece of shit shoots and kills me. There's people that believe that this man that just shot me for not bothering nobody, for not doing nothing, for being the law-abiding citizen that I am. They believe this man did nothing wrong. And if you think that I believe that people with that mindset should be running a city, you're out your mind. You're out your mind. These people are sitting here saying that the dude that shot this and killed this man, this law-abiding citizen, who his only crime was leaving work. His only crime was leaving work. But the dude who shot this man, whose only crime was leaving work, these people believe that he should not be rounded up and found guilty in a court of law, because they want to take away the people who would actually go and investigate this killing, this murder. They want to round those people up and then kick them to the curb, which leaves nobody to look into this man's murder. If you have that type of mindset and you think that I think that you should be running a city, you're out your mind. See, a lot of you don't know these people. Y'all ain't been around them. Y'all haven't dealt with them. Y'all haven't talked to them. Y'all haven't been in their vicinity. You haven't been in spaces with them. You haven't been in rooms with them. So you don't understand how these people think. They are liars. It's just like the Democratic Socialists right now. These people, you wonder, how in the world did they get in the power that they got into? Watch this. There's this bird, right? There's this bird. I'm sure some of you know of it. If not, look him up. It's called the cuckoo bird, right? Some of you know where I'm going with this. So what the cuckoo bird does is takes his eggs and put those eggs, take his egg and put them with a normal everyday bird. And that normal everyday bird will take care of the cuckoo birds. While the cuckoo bird is out doing whatever it's want, this bird is taking care of this bird's eggs. Here's the kicker to this whole thing. So when the cuckoo bird hatches and starts getting older, the cuckoo bird kills off all the other birds in the nest, where the cuckoo bird is the only ones left. Domination, destruction, and takeover. The Democratic Party did not do their research on a group of people. Because those look, from the time they started coming over here, from the time these people start coming over here, their mindset, take over, dominate, destroy. That is their mindset. They are cuckoo birds. That's what they are. They're not here to assimilate. They're not here to be a part of. They're not here to add to. They're not here to be a part, to do with. They're not here to add to. They're here to dominate, destroy, and to take over. Period, point blank. That's how they was raised. That's how they came up. That's how their culture is. That's how their genetics are. And that's how they'll always be. So these Democrat socialists pulled a cuckoo bird on these low down, dirty Democrats, especially the white liberal Democrats. Black Democrats ain't do a damn thing. They sat their ass at home and didn't vote, didn't do nothing. They complicit in this whole thing. Black Democrats ain't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. They watched it happen. They watched the white Democrats remove black people out of position and put these here Somalis in those positions. That's what the black people did. So when you start blaming black people, no matter how loud I screamed and yelled, couldn't get enough black people to go down to the Capitol, to go to these here meetings. Black people ain't done damn thing. So when D.A. Bullock and this other pinhead come on my get up talking to me, you ask D.A. Bullock, what did he do to stop the rise of this? He ain't do a damn thing. D.A. Bullock ain't do a damn thing. He did what all the other black people do. He set his black ass down and shut the hell up. That's what he did. But yet he want to come after a black man when a black man is trying to open the door to show people what the heck's going on. That's a coward. But these socialists came in acting all night to these white liberals. And these white liberals like, hey, we don't have to use black people no more. We got a different type of black to where we can use for power. So these white liberals just go, well, we'll give up anything for power. As long as we have power, we'll give it up. And they did. Look at all the fraud that's going on. Come on, man. I can't be the only one. This fraud was called out long before Kristen Robinson even got her hands on it. That's why it cracks me up that all of a sudden now the Republicans are running around talking about fraud. Look at us. They are a damn lie. This is what I keep telling y'all. Y'all will believe this crap. I could watch this. True story. True story. Then I'm going to get back to where I'm at. But I got to tell you this here. I set up a meeting. I helped facilitate a meeting with 4 Republican legislators and the urban conservative and WASP, because they had all of this information. They had all of this information on fraud right there at the state capitol. They went down to the state capitol and put on a presentation for the Republican Party about fraud. They did. Long before these Republicans start running around here, patting themselves on the back, talking about fraud. Long before that. I had been talking to Senator Roger Chamberlain. Remember when Senator Roger Chamberlain was actually had committees on this stuff? I talked to Senator Robert Chamberlain every single night. This was in 2019, 2020, 2021. Long before the Republicans had any clue of this stuff. I had been talking to Roger Chamberlain about this. Roger Chamberlain was about to open up the key to open these doors that you see open now. I had on the phone with him, a Republican, when he and I talked about this stuff. That's a fact. Long before Kristen Robinson got involved in this stuff. So they're late to this party. This fraud has been going on a long time, people. And y'all are just hearing about it. If you go back to some of my early stuff, my early tweet, I was tweeting about this. I was talking about this. I was talking about Roger Chamberlain. This is why I tell you, I get more information just from the streets than y'all do when these news outlets give you this half-baked crap that they give you. So now the Republicans are running around, oh, look at all the fraud. Look at all the fraud. This stuff, this ain't new. This ain't new. And every time you turn around, every single day, the Somalis has stolen more money. No, that's not being xenophobic, homophobic, or whatever phobic you want to call me. Those are facts. That's true. You can turn your TV on right now. You can type into your computer right now, and that's going to come up. So it ain't no hate here. So don't sit there, Rev's being a hater. I'm not being a hater. I'm only telling you exactly what the news is telling you, half of it. The facts are facts. Truth is truth. Not being a hater, but if I say that type stuff to people like D.A. Bullock, then I'm hating Somalis because I'm telling the truth that they are thieves. They are stealing taxpayers' dollars. Those are facts. I'm just the only one that will say it that way. Or should I be nice and say it like a Democrat would say it? Well, we had a few people that borrowed some money. They needed a car. They needed a BMW. They needed a Mercedes. They needed trips and vacation to lavish places. They needed homes on exotic islands. They needed land in Llano Lakes and Lakeville. They just borrowed it. Should I put it that way? That sound better? Is that okay? Did I sugarcoat it enough for everybody? Are y'all okay now? Did y'all come down off that mountain that you want to jump on me because I said that the Somali community were deep into fraud? So these Democratic socialists, and I call them cuckoo birds because how they use the white liberals to get in power. So they lied to the white liberal. This is what they did. They lied to him. They started going, oh, no, we believe in everything you believe in. We believe in this. We believe in that. Almost like the Somalis did who came over. Watch this here. So you sit there and you say to yourself, how in the world can the Somali community, knowing their religion and their culture, back the Democratic Party who believe in homosexuality? If you're in Somalia and you are gay, they will kill you. That is their culture. But all of a sudden, they get here to the United States and their culture, their religion, they go against it. Completely against it. How is that? How is it now that you're okay with homosexuality? How is it now that you're okay with same-sex marriage? But if you're in Somalia, that stuff don't work. It don't work that way. That's not how things, but you come here to America and all of a sudden it's okay in your religion. It's okay in your culture. It's okay in your community. It's okay in your house. It's never okay. They're able to lie. And that's what they did to the white Democrats and the bleeding heart Democrats. Again, you say, well, what happened to the black people? The black people ain't say shit. They set their ass down. They didn't say nothing. They watched it happen. They watched it happen. What's going on right now in Minneapolis is just as much as the black people fault. See what happened? Watch this here. So when they brought the Somalis in, that area all those Somalis are in right now who have they've taken over, black people used to live there. And the white liberal was like, no, nigga, you got to go. Because we got some new black people. They're not your type of black, but we got some more black people that are coming in here. The black people in Minneapolis have been beat down so much, they can't even cry anymore. No, true facts, people. The black people in Minneapolis have been beat down by the white liberals so much, they can't even cry anymore. So they don't use their voice for anything unless a white cop shoots and kills a black person. Then they come out in droves. But if somebody shoot a black kid, some knucklehead is running down the street shooting at somebody, that bullet goes and shoots some kid who's playing his video games and kill that kid, we good. Ain't no reason showing up because that's every day. But you let a white cop kill a black person in Minneapolis, watch what happens. No, watch what happens. You ain't heard nothing from black people since George Floyd, have you? You ain't heard nothing since George Floyd. Nothing. Because black people realize we didn't get anything out of George Floyd. All of that chest thumping, all of that screaming and yelling, we didn't get nothing. We didn't get a George Floyd bill. We didn't get any type of bill that was going to keep us safe. They're trying to throw away voting bills in North Carolina, and we didn't get nothing. We didn't get no reparations. We didn't get a check. We didn't get a boost up. We didn't get nothing through education. We got nothing. Black Lives Matter got all of that money, and they never brought it back to the community. Black people have been beat down and used. Them white women with the red shirts that came into the black community to prey on black mothers whose kids have been shot. Moms Demand Action. You know that group? That group, Protect Minnesota, who came into the black community and they showed black people how to raise money, and then they got the kickbacks to give it to the Democrats so the Democrats can pass all these gun laws. But these white women, white liberal women, came into the black community. Yes, they did. They used these black women whose kids have been shot to raise all this money. They taught these black people how to do these gun action nonprofits. They did. And once they got this money, these white women came into North Minneapolis talking about the broken window theory. Do y'all know what that is? That means if you got a broken window around, you got to fix it right away. They came into North Minneapolis talking about planting flowers. They did. Planting flowers on the boulevard, planting flowers in huge flower pots in parking lots. They got all of this money. And the only thing they did was plant a flower. They took that money out of the black community and they gave it to the Democrats. The black community has been beaten down so bad, we don't even cry anymore. Those are facts, people. Those are straight facts. So now you got this so-called Democratic Socialist Party who played the cuckoo bird on these Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party, only thing they was thinking about is power. We don't have the blacks that much anymore. We can get some new blacks, the Somalians. See, the deal is with the Somalian community, they're much smarter than black people. They are. No, they are. Because they have this dominating culture. They have a culture of destruction. And they have a culture of takeover. They are much smarter than your American blacks. Because they were able to outsmart the Democratic Party and get themselves into power, where the black people have never been able to outsmart the Democratic Party. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, those are facts. I mean, black people are going to get mad at me for what I just said, but that's the truth. Look at what the Somalians are right now. This is a group who came here in 1990. Let's think about it. They came here in 1990. And from 1990 till now, they have been working together as a unit to take over, to destroy, and to dominate. They got people in power. And if Tuesday goes their way, they're going to have a mayor in Minneapolis. They're going to have a mayor in St. Louis Park. They have a friend of a mayor, an African, in Golden Valley. They will have a mayor in Richfield within the next couple of years. I guarantee it. They will have a mayor in Edina. Yeah. And they're going to have a strong staple in the city council in Bloomington. Black people ain't never been able to do that. And the whole time, black people have been in Minnesota for how long? Ain't never been able to do that. Ain't never been able to gain no type of power in the Democratic Party. We've always been a footnote to the Democrats. But these Somalians come over here and look at where they at. They're buying land in Llano Lakes. They're buying land in Lakeville, and they're building communities. They're up in St. Cloud buying land, ready to build. What do black people got? The Somalian got their own mall. What do black people got? Nothing. We got nothing. We don't even own, if you go down in Minneapolis, we don't even own a store in our own community. We got nothing. That's a fact, people. I mean, you can get mad at me. Like I said, get mad at me all you want. But any day, any time of the week, even right now, you want to prove me wrong? I'll put you right there. I'll put you right there, right next to me. And I'll give you a whole hour to break down and debunk everything I just said to you. Because I'll say to you, name me land that black people got together and bought. I'll say to you, name me a church that black people that's going to put somewhere. I'll say to you, name me a store that black people own and that money is going back to the community. Black women don't even own the hair that they buy to put on their head. They don't even own the companies or the stores that do that. In Brooklyn Park, a Mexican couple owns the black hair product in Brooklyn Park. Listen to me. A Mexican group owns the black hair product company in Brooklyn Park. We don't own shit. And I know what black people are going to say. Oh, that's because we can't come together and we can't do this here. You got all these millionaire basketball players, millionaire football players, millionaire. They can't come in the community and say, hey, why don't a group of you get together and I'll help you buy this here store and you just pay me back when you. Why can't they do that? We should not need to go to a bank. And that's what they're going to say. Well, the bank won't loan us money. I can vouch for that because I tried to buy with a group of people. The store that's right on the corner of Lowry and Lindale. I tried to buy that. The bank hem-hawed around and pulled, but I also looked at it and go, damn, it'd be nice if a Timberwolf with all that money come in and say, hey, I'll buy this building for you for the community, but you pay me back. All the money that the Timberwolves have, all the money that they got with the Vikings, you can't tell me they all them black men couldn't get together and come up to foot the bill for a store in North Minneapolis for the black community so we can have something? Are you telling me that? They couldn't do that? They too busy running around having babies and then having to pay their baby mama millions of dollars, and they don't even want to be around. They don't even want to be around the kid. Fitting a stereotype. So they're out here fitting a stereotype where black men don't want to be in their kid's life. They rather pay off the mother. But they can't help the black community? All these rappers that made all of this money off of black people. They can't come into the black community and say, hey, we'll buy this store. They can't come in the black community and say, hey, we'll buy this beauty product, this black beauty product place from this Chinese couple, from this Mexican couple, from this Asian couple. So black people can run it and own it. They couldn't do that. That's why we are where we're at. We can't even do a damn thing as a people. We can't. We can't come together because it's crabs in a barrel. You know how many podcasters out there are black? You know how many podcasters out there are black? That could easily go, hey, Rev, let me put you up on a platform. So your voice and your word and the things you said. You know how many black people out there? We don't come together for nothing. D.A. Bullock, he got a radio station. How many times have D.A. Bullock called me up? Even though we don't, we have disagreements. But if he wants to be this black power, help a black man out. Bring me up on your program. Bring me up on your platform. We don't do that. We hate each other. And we hate doing things for each other. Like I said, I will always, even though some of the things Walter Hudson does and says, I look at him and go, brother, come on. Walter Hudson helped me get here. If it was not for Walter Hudson, I probably wouldn't be here. When Walter Hudson had his joint going on over there at his radio, he had his radio program going over there at iHeartRadio. Walter Hudson cut his show short to give me and Louis Denard the opportunity to be on air. Walter Hudson did that. So I will always, even though, like I said, there's things Walter Hudson does sometime that I go, this dude. But I'm still going to give Walter his flowers. I'm still going to give Walter Hudson his flowers. Because there was nobody else going, Rev, let me help you. Let me help you. Let me get you at least to this spot, and then you got to take it from there. Walter Hudson did that for me. He did that for me. But we don't always do that for people. We don't. That's just how we are as black people. And I know other black people get mad when other black people talk about this stuff. And we point this out and we say this. They get pissed off, upset. Don't be putting our business out there. We don't have business because we ain't got a damn thing. If we had something, then we have business. But because we ain't got nothing, we ain't got business. So these socialists got power by fooling these foolish Democrats and these liberals. Because these liberals was going, look at all the power. And that's all they care about. That's it. If you think these liberals care about downtown, you are out your mind. They don't care about downtown. Downtown can go to hell, and it's going there. It's the power they have. It's the blue wall they have. A Republican can't come in here. That's how powerful the Democrats are. That a Republican cannot come into Hennepin County. They can't. And run for a seat in anything. Anything. That's how powerful the Democratic Party is in Hennepin County. Correct? Correct? It's like Royce White is running. Royce ain't got a chance in hell. I know what he tells you. But Royce ain't winning nothing in Hennepin County. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Hold on. It's not going to happen. Black folks in Hennepin County ain't voting for him. Liberals in Hennepin County are not voting for him. White Democrats are not voting for him. And white Democrats and the liberals own Hennepin County. So a Republican, sure in the hell, is not coming into Hennepin County and winning nothing. So now your Democrats are fighting with these socialists. And these socialists found a way, just like the ones that are on the city council. They lied. Oh no, I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat. Yeah. I'm right behind your party. I'm great with you. And the minute they got in, that socialist agenda. Bop, bop. And then they got more. Bop, bop. Got more. Bop, bop. And the cuckoo start kicking everybody else out of the nest. That's what happened, people. That's what happened. Power. Power. was so important to the Democrats. They did not see that a cuckoo bird flew into the nest and put their egg in with all of the other ones. True story. Look at it. It's playing out right in front of your eyes. And if we don't get Mayor Fry back into that seat, that cuckoo bird is just going to start killing off everything that don't look like him. Mark my word. Mark my word. Because if you take time and if you study a culture, they don't make nothing. And they're not here to advance America, because that's not what they do. They get in power, they destroy, and they dominate, and they take over. Don't take my word for it. Look into it yourself. So what I'm saying is, again, let me make myself as clear as day. If Tuesday go wrong, we're in trouble. If Tuesday go wrong, we're in trouble. Because if you don't think that they got people ready to go and lined up for some of those city council seats, y'all got another thing coming. And then the socialists that are on that seat think that they're riding good. Oh, look at me. I'm in the plane. And the minute they get somebody to take over, they're going to open that plane door, and then they're going to take them and they're going to throw them out without even a second thought. Watch. Watch. Watch what happened. And then I want y'all to come back to this here. And then I want to be one that's sitting here going, I told you so. Y'all don't realize who y'all dealing with. They don't, just like the Democrats. Democrats had no clue who they were dealing with. They had no clue who they were dealing with. They didn't know the type of people they was dealing with. They didn't know the type of culture they was dealing with. They didn't know the type of religion they was dealing with. Only thing the Democrats knew was we're going to get some power. That's it. And they were willing to give up that city for power. Where these other people are going, okay, we can play your game. But the minute we get power, we're going to kick you out. Let me clear something up again. Let me make sure we're clear. I am sorry that I did not have enough candy for the trick-or-treaters. I may have messed up Halloween for my street forever. Because again, like I said earlier when I first came on here, we have never had that many trick-or-treaters, ever. And usually I buy all of this candy and 9, 10, 12, maybe 11 trick-or-treaters show up, and I got bowls of candy for almost the next year. And I can't be eating candy. And then when my wife eats candy, she blames me that she's eating the candy. So I bought just enough candy this year to get me through. And all of a sudden, all of these trick-or-treaters show up out of nowhere. Nowhere. Then I had to start giving out coins. And then when I ran out of coins, I had to turn the light out. And all the kids walking by my house, where my neighbor over here, his lights is on, and my neighbor over here, his lights is on, but my light is out because I ain't got nothing. And they're looking at my house like, this son of a... Just saying. I may be in this mood all the way until next year until I figure out if I messed up Halloween for our street. Waiting for a kid to see me in a grocery store and be like, hey, that's that man that had his light out that didn't have no candy for nobody. Shocked they didn't come on here and blast me on Twitter. But anyway, people, hey, I'm going to let y'all go. We're way past our time. I'm going to let you go. We're way past our time. Tomorrow is Saturday. Hey, my grandson will be, Aiden, should be here tomorrow. He's out trick-or-treating. He's with his friends. He's 13 years old now. He's older. You know, he's got that bug that he don't need to be around Papa and Nana and everybody. He's cool. He's going to go and run with everybody else. He's 13. Yeah. So he'll be he should be here tomorrow. So we'll do a show tomorrow on the Vikings. See what he got to say. Because he's a Viking fan, right? But anyway, fam, I'm done for tonight. I appreciate y'all. I thank you, each and every one of you, so much. We end the show like we always end the show, each and every night, realizing and understanding that we serve a mighty God, a God that is unbelievable for you and I, knowing that he should never give us his grace and mercy. But because he's so good and he's been so good, look at what he does. And that should put a smile on your face. And y'all know what we do with those smiles. We go out and we smile at somebody, so somebody smile back at you. Peace, fam. I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Hey, I'll see you Monday. But Saturday, if you're in Minneapolis, I need you to go vote. I don't usually tell people who to vote for. I don't. So I'm going to do this one time. Mayor Fry. We got to get him back in office. Yeah, have a good night.